Alright, welcome. I'm Dave Schmidt, also known as Coach Superdave, and this video is choosing the right workout program to match your goals. Now, a few things before we begin. First is that there is another video after this that discusses how you can order your program and get it at a little bit cheaper rate, a little bit of a discount. That's always good. So I wanted to say that first, so that way, halfway through this video, you decide which program you want. I don't want you to miss out on that opportunity. Second is you got to get into the right mindset. At my website, I have that audio that discusses how to determine your why, and this is crucial. You can't just go in this with the attitude, I want to lose weight and I want to look great, because I'm telling you, we all want that, okay? That's not good enough. So go listen to that audio, and that's going to get you connected with your inner self and find that deep-seated emotional motivation to succeed, because I'm telling you, that is the biggest reason between failure and success. So if you got that already taken care of, then now you're on to the next step. Now there's a lot of programs I'm going to be going over. It can be a lot, so that there is a PDF just below this video. It breaks it down, and you can have it in print form. This is pretty handy, and it shows you different programs like P90X, for example, how many minutes, the benefits of the program, and how it works. So this is a handy tool that you can go to afterward in case this is all going a little bit too fast. And if you're watching this through YouTube, then just click on the link that's in the description. It's going to take you to my website where that page is going to be with that PDF. And while you're at my website, you might as well just sign up for the free training course so you can get all the other videos and all the other tips I'm going to go over, because I do have a lot of great tips to maximizing your muscle, increasing your fat loss burn, all that good stuff, with all the experience that I have with the programs, and even before Beachbody. I'm a P90X Certified Professional, one of the first in the world to be so. I have a lot of passion for this, and I love helping my members maximize their goals. So I'm going to go through all the programs and give you an idea of what is going to work for you. But you got to think of three key principles, okay? One is your fitness level, two is your challenge level, and three is the time you have available to commit to a workout. Your fitness level, it's either a beginner or advanced. I hate to say it, beginner advanced, but let's say you haven't done a workout program before, or it's been a really long time. Then perhaps you want to start with a starter program. Or maybe you have done a program before, or you're kind of into sports and you're more the advanced person. Well, then you could jump into something a little bit harder and more intense like P90X. Now your challenge level, just because you haven't done a workout program ever, it doesn't mean you could do something advanced. Some people like a challenge. If that's you, then you can override a starter program, just jump into something intense like P90X. And regardless of any program you're doing, you can always modify. There's always ways to modify the moves, and the trainers usually are really good about showing you how. Of course, there's the common sense factor. If you feel like you're going to die, then take a break, bro. So you can always modify. I mean, I had a member who was 240 pounds, and he jumped right into insanity. It was phenomenal. He lost 40 pounds. He couldn't do all the max workouts from month 2, which are a lot harder, but he just did what he could. But hey, 40 pounds is 60 days. That's awesome. So if you like a challenge, then you got to take that into consideration. If you don't like a challenge, then you got to think of that too. And of course, time's really important. Some of these programs are really long, like P90X is the longest. You're looking at an hour and 15 on most days, sometimes an hour and a half, like with the yoga. So if you don't have that kind of commitment 6 days a week, then maybe you got to think of something else. Whereas other programs are more about 45 minutes, half hour, and we even have a program that's 10 minutes. Okay, so you got to think about the time you want to do. So I'm going to start with the entry-level programs. So if you don't have a lot of challenge to you, or you're really overweight, or you're just not ready to jump into something more intense, then this is where you're going to have to pay attention. Now, the very first program Beachbody ever did was Slim and 6. And it's still pretty popular. It's more for the mid-generation or the older generation, because it's not anything crazy or anything like the newer programs. And Debbie Siebers, she's an excellent trainer. We actually call her the squat queen because she does a lot of squats in that video. And also there's Turbo Jam. Turbo Jam's a good entry level. It's a dance type of workout. If you're someone who doesn't like to work out, you don't like to exercise, then this probably would be more along the lines of what you need, which is something that's fun. It's got high energy, it's got music. My wife loves it. She does it a lot. In fact, my 3-year-old son, we jump in, we do it as a family. It's a lot of fun. Power 90 though, this is an excellent program. This is the second program Beachbody ever did. P90X, I'm sure you've heard of. That's the sequel to this, okay? Power 90 is good for guys, girls, young, old, everyone. It's a really excellent program. And Tony Horton, he does resistance on some days, cardio on the others. You can use exercise bands or dumbbells. And yes, exercise bands, they really do work. So this is a great program. There's no pull-up bar, and it's only about 35-40 minutes, so that's a pretty good starter point. And I will tell you that I have a lot of older clients, my guys who are 50 and older. They swear by this program, and actually really obese people too. They swear by this program because they say the reason why they were successful with P90X is because they did Power 90 first. So that's a great stepping stone before you move on to other programs. And since we're talking about entry level, I want to go over Tony's 10-minute trainer. This is another really popular program. Don't let that 10 minutes fool you though. It's really not a beginner program. People see that 10 minutes and they think beginner. I'm telling you, it's not. It's Tony doing his muscle confusion. He switches the moves every 30 seconds. It's actually a pretty good workout. So if you're short on time, excellent workout. And as you get more time, or as you get better with it, you can always stack the workouts, make it 10, 20, 30 on any given day. So that's good. So those are the main 3 entry level: Slim and 6, Power 90, and Turbo Jam. Let me just go up to the top here, the P90X. Okay, this is the one that you've all heard of. I mean, it's the number one. I love it. I'm in the infomercial right now that's airing. It's awesome. It's got everything, but it does take a lot of time. The main workouts are 60 minutes, but you have an ab workout that's another 15. It's a big commitment, and you gotta like a challenge. It does use a pull-up bar. You do have to have weights or bands, and it does pay off. It's brutally fun. I like it a lot. I am a P90X Certified Professional now, so I must be. But there's a reason why it works, and so if you really want to go for that, then I highly recommend it. And if the pull-up bar is something that you can't do, or I know a lot of ladies that they don't really want to do pull-ups, there is a lean schedule in it. It just means it's a little bit easier. The title's confusing. It doesn't really mean you get leaner. It just means it's really easier. Now P90X 2 is pretty popular now, and you really need to have P90X under your belt before you do this. You got to be a grad before you move to P90X 2. It's intense. It's pretty crazy. There's a lot of balancing, a lot of core work. Imagine doing push-ups on 4 medicine balls with your hands and feet. It's stuff like that. So you really have to have a strong fitness foundation going into that. I mean, yes, you can improvise. In fact, you can improvise with any program, but this one especially, you got to have a little experience behind you before doing that. And P90X is more old school. It's more just traditional, weights and stuff like that to get some more muscle. Whereas P90X 2, it's a lot of combo moves. It's a pretty good workout for building strength overall, the body, because you really do work multiple muscle groups at the same time. If you're just trying to gain muscle, P90X is, I would say, slightly better. But if you're just trying to be strong everywhere and also lean up at the same time, then P90X 2 is excellent. But speaking of leaning up, Insanity Asylum, that was the program that I got shredded the fastest. I mean, it's only a 30-day program. That's intense, and I'll get into that in a second, because Insanity, that's what came first. This is now Beachbody's second top program, and it's insane. It's just cardio, basically. It does use a lot of body weight exercises. It's kind of like you're in football camp. You're doing a lot of jumping, push-ups, and things of that nature. It'll definitely boost your cardiovascular endurance. A lot of my runner clients love to do this program, and they come back and they tell me about how they shave 30 seconds or a minute off their marathon runs and whatnot because of this program. But you do have to like cardio to be into that. And Asylum kicks it up a notch. Insanity, by the way, is a 60-day program. Most programs are 90. Insanity is only 60. And I will say that it does burn the most calories in the shortest amount of time. and the workout's about 45 minutes, which is nice. And then in month 2 they bump up to 60, which is brutal. Asylum, by the way, is only 30 days long, and it is intense. I like it because it uses resistance work in terms of actual weights in a pull-up bar, whereas Classic Insanity does not. It's really intense. You're doing a lot of jump roping, you're a lot of moving around. Basically, it's even harder than Insanity. But if you're gearing up for sports and you've already done Insanity, again, that's a requirement, I would say, then Asylum is an excellent choice. Brazil butt lift, don't laugh at the name, really good hit with the ladies. They love it a lot. I get a lot of good compliments about that program. So, ladies, if you're looking to firm up that one area, the butt lift, it really works. Now, Turbo Jam down here earlier that I had mentioned here, the dance one that my wife and my family like to do. Chalene Johnson came out with a sequel, Turbo Fire. Now, I hate to call it the women's version of Insanity, but it is pretty similar in that it's very intense cardio, and it's got the same dance beat music. She does mix it, she does choreograph it to the music herself, so she's really into that, and so it's really fun. And it is more advanced, but they recently added 2 bonus discs to the program that are a little bit more for beginners. So the transition period is a little bit smoother now. And since I'm talking about bonus discs, that reminds me, every program, in fact you can see it here, see this red? Get the free DVD bonus. Exclusive new Fast and Furious bonus. Every workout you buy through my website is going to give you a free bonus workout that you can't get anywhere else. So that's just one reason to order from me. I mean, it's a free workout, and they're usually about $20 a pop, so that's a pretty good bonus right there. Les Mills Pump. This is also another new program. Getting a lot of rave reviews about that. Excellent program. Kind of like Turbo Fire in that it has fast-paced music, so it makes it a little fun to follow. This program is actually only 3 days a week, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it is an awesome program. It does work very well if you're making a hybrid, which means you combine 2 programs together. That's not something you want to be concerned with your first go-around, but after you graduate a program, a lot of people come back to me and they're like, Coach Superdave, what do I do next? I could help you create a hybrid based on your goals. But anyway, Les Mills Pump, big hit with the guys and ladies. I haven't really seen that many programs that cross the bridge like that, but it's just basically it's an all barbell workout, but it's low weights, high reps, and in the bodybuilding world that means more calories you burn. When you go low weights, high reps. So, and that also works out for the women too. Tai Chain, that's if you're into Tai Chi, go for it. My parents are really into that, so it's a pretty cool program. And actually, if you're a golfer, it's going to help you improve your golf swing. I've heard it, not going to lie. Body Gospel, that is another dance type cardio, so if you're into that and you need to make your workouts fun, then go for it. And that's about it, except for, let's see, we got a few more. P90X 101, that is not a actual standalone program. These are separate workouts that you can mix in with your current routine. Okay, I'm not going to go over that because that's something you want to come to me on a case-by-case basis, and I'll help you out with that. Now, Rev Abs by Brett Hobel, you've probably seen him on the Biggest Loser show. He doesn't get enough credit. His program is fantastic. It's not as intense as Insanity or P90X because the workouts are a lot shorter. They're only about 25 minutes to 40 minutes, real short. But this is a great program for developing your six-pack. But I got to tell you, it is a myth to spot reduce to get a six-pack abs. What I mean by that is you can't sit there and do crunches, 100 crunches every day for a month and expect to get a killer six-pack. It doesn't work that way. The real secret is you have to reduce your body fat to a certain level for them to actually appear. For example, for guys, it's 10%. If you can dip below 10% body fat, you can start to see the 2 top abdominals pop, and then as you get closer to 8%, you can get all 6. So you can still work them out, you can still strengthen them and get muscle definition in the ab area, but if you have layers of fat over it, it's not going to make a difference. So you could have a killer set of six-pack abs, but no one's going to see it if you still got some fat to lose. So any program is going to help you get to those six-pack abs. But why Rev Abs is good is once you're at that level where you're close to getting abs, then you want to make sure you target the abs, because you will get some good definition there once that fat starts stripping away. And in fact, I will tell you, my very best hybrid ever was P90X with Rev Abs. It was perfect. I mean, once you're already there and you're kind of lean, you use the P90X for muscle, Rev Abs for abs. Man, that worked perfect. Shaun T's Hip Hop Abs. This is another dance one. This was Shaun T before he did Insanity. And it's a really good workout here. A lot of good things about it. And lastly, Chalene Extreme. Again, I hate to say this about my girl Chalene. I hate to call it a ladies P90X, but it sort of is, okay? Because it has resistance work, it has cardio. She uses bands and weights, that kind of thing. But unlike P90X, there's no pull-up bar, and the workouts are about 40-45 minutes. So it works a lot better. In fact, this program is really popular amongst the bride and groom to be, so to speak. I get a lot of clients who are looking to lose a certain amount of goal weight for their wedding. They want to look good. This is an excellent program because they can both do it together and have a lot of fun. So anyway, I know this was a lot of programs to go through, and I told you that was going to happen. So that's why you can print out that comparison chart and you can kind of go over, or just watch this again. But keep your eye out for that other video about how to save a little money. And it's also going to talk about the nutrition side just a little bit, because when you start a fitness program, it's not just the workouts. You got to worry about your nutrition too. So I'm going to go over how you can save a little money and also get a key critical component for the nutrition side that's going to help you achieve your goals at the same time. So I hope you now have a more clear idea of a program that's going to work for you. I'm really excited. Anything you order on my website is going to automatically make me your coach. I do work with people passionately about achieving their goals, and I have a lot of experience for it. I basically love what I do. I'm not happy unless you're happy. So I'm your personal fitness coach from here on out. All you have to do is order your program, but make sure you check out that video, because if I can help you save money, I will, because again, I'm not happy unless you're happy. So peace out.